We respectfully call upon the Tathagata Amida to enter this dojo, as we joyfully scatter flowers of welcome. We respectfully call upon the Tathagata Shakyamuni to enter this dojo, as we joyfully scatter flowers of welcome. We respectfully call upon the Tathagatas of the 10 directions to enter this dojo, as we joyfully scatter flowers of welcome. Namandos, 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 namandos. Today, on this occasion of the 2020 Fall Ohigan service, the members of the Venice Honganji Buddhist Temple have reverently come before Amida Buddha to reflect inwardly on this life and look to the other shore as they rededicate ourselves to this path of Nembutsu. With deepest reverence and gratitude for the all-embracing wisdom and compassion of Amida, we recite the name Namo Amida Butsu. If you'll please put your hands together and repeat after me. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namandos, 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 namandos. Namandos, namandos. Namandos, namandos. Namandos, 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 namandos. Namandos. Namandos, 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 Namandos.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this morning's Fall Ohigan service. Ohigan Raihain ni go sampai arigatou gozaimasu. Higan means crossing over to the other shore. The other shore referred to is the pure land of Amida Buddha, or the world of enlightenment. From that world, we receive the virtues of the practice of the 6 Paramitas fulfilled for us from the Amida Sama. Through this service, we express our gratitude to the Amida Sama for saving us just as we are. Ohigan wa ta no kishi nihan wo imi shimasu. Jodo Shinshu de wa, Ohigan wo Sambutsu e to mo iimasu. Sambutsu e to yu imi wa, Amida Nyorai Sama wo home tataeru koto desu. Amida Nyorai Sama wo home tataeru ryu wa, watashi tachi minna wo morasazu ni sukette kudasaru kara desu. その喜びは表すために法要を務めます。Our first Gatha will be Shinshu Shuka. Shinshu Shuka を歌いたいと思います。
I express deep reverence to the Dharma. To what shall I liken my happiness? By listening earnestly, I open the way and receive true compassion. I have been saved from the eternal darkness. To what I can compare my happiness? Reciting the Nembutsu, I'll exert myself diligently in my daily work. Without discrimination, I'll share with everyone Amida's precious gift. and travel together to the Pure Land. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu.
We will now have Oshoko by representatives from our temple organizations. 次に、仏教界の各団体の代表者からのOshokoです。Representatives, when you hear your organization called, would you please do gasho in place? Thank you. First, we have a Girl Scout Troop 5325, Garu Scout. Would you do gasho, please? Girl Scout? Oh, maybe you did. Thank you. And then the Cub Pack 79, Cub Scout. We have Dharma School. Manga Teams, the Judai Busei. Junior YBA, Wakabuse. Aba, Bustokai. And Kujinkai. And Kukyokai. Thank you very much. Okay. Reverend Corey Kwan will now lead us in the reading of the three treasures. Three treasures Sankyemon wo Kwan Sensei ni shitagatte haidoku itashimasu.
Sankyemon. Ninjin uku tashi ima sureni uku. Uppo kiki tashi ima sureni kiku. Onomi konjo ni mukate dose zumba sarani izune no sho ni mukate ka konomi o desen. Daishu moro tomo ni shishin ni sambo ni kieshi tate matsuru beshi. Mizu kara butsu ni kieshi tate matsuru. Masani negu waku wa shijo to tomo ni. Daido taige shite mujo i onko-san. Mizu kara ho ni kieshi tate matsuru. Masani negu waku wa shijo to tomo ni. Fukaku kyozo ni irite chie umi no gotoku naran. Mizu kara so ni kieshi tate matsuru. Masani negu waku wa shijo to tomo ni. Daishu o tori shite issai muge naran. Mujo jinji minyo no ho wa. Yaku sen mango ni mo ayo koto katashi. Wara ima kenmon shi juji suru koto etari. Negu waku wa nyorai no shinjitsu gi o geshi tate matsuran. Namondos, 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 namondos. The three treasures. Hard is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear it. If we do not deliver ourselves in the present life, no hope is there that we shall be free from suffering and sorrow in the ocean of birth and death. Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I put my faith in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of thy way to enlightenment and awaken in ourselves thy supreme will. I put my faith in Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depth of thy doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I put my faith in Sangha. May we all together become units in true accord, in thy life of harmony, in a spirit of universal brotherhood, free from the bondage of selfishness. Even through ages of myriads of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Ondos, Namo Ondos.
Reverend Corey Kwan will now introduce our special guest speaker for today's Ohigan service. Kwan Sensei wa Ohigan Hoyo no Tokubetsu Gokoshi sama wo shoukai shimasu.
Good morning, everyone. Again, thank you for joining us here for the 2020 Fall Ohigan service. We're very fortunate today, again, to have the Rimban of the Seattle Betsuin, Reverend Katsuya Kusunoki. Let me read his bio for you. Reverend Katsuya Kusunoki is the head minister of the Seattle Betsuin Buddhist Temple. Sensei was born in Nagasaki, Japan, the second son of a temple family. Today, his older brother, Naoya, is the 17th generation of their family to serve their family temple. Sensei is a graduate of Miyazaki University, where he majored in primary education, and his hobby is to watch and play baseball and softball. While a college student, he took a break and spent almost 2.5 years in the Japanese volunteer program, similar to the Peace Corps in the United States, coaching baseball in Zimbabwe before returning to Japan to complete his studies. After graduating, he spent 3 years teaching 3rd and 6th grade classes before deciding to become a minister. Sensei's advanced training includes the Honganshi Ha rituals course for leaders, Gonshiki. He is also Honganshi Ha certified special rituals minister, a certificate only he and our former minister, Reverend Sala, not our Reverend. I'm reading the Seattle Betsuin, but everyone, a lot of us knows the Reverend Sala Sekia. She's at San Fernando Buddhist Temple now, and she'll, to plug, she'll be our guest speaker for the BWA Memorial in February. But and there's actually maybe 2 more, but I can't remember right now. So Sensei's first assignment here in the United States or in America was to the Lodi Buddhist Temple in 2010, and he was transferred to Seattle in April of 2017. Sensei and his wife Ayano have a son, Yuya, who was born in September of 2016. Again, it's really exciting for Sensei to come in and share Amida's efforts, Amida's teachings with us today. I'm a little nervous because, as I said, he was certified in Gonshiki, with Gonshiki, or certified in rituals. And so at the time when I was going through Tokudo and Kyoshi even, Sensei was the only one with certification in our BCA. So he was training us on rituals and things. So I hope I did justice to our service. I apologize to everyone if I messed up a lot or a little bit, because it's a really big thing for him to join us and to be a part of our service as as my former teacher in rituals. And so without any other delay, I'd like to introduce Reverend Katsuya Kusunoki, again, the Rinban of Seattle Betsuin. Thank you again, Sensei, for joining us today. And thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending this Fall Ohigan service today. And thank you for having me here today for the Venice Honganji Buddhist Temple's Fall Ohigan service. To begin my Dharma message, I'd like to read one passage from Shinran Shonin's Wasan hymn. Please join me in Gassho, put your hands together. Of those who encounter the power of the primal vow, not one passes by in vain. They are filled with the treasure ocean of virtues, the defiled borders of their blind passions, not separated from it. 本願力に相ぬれば、虚しくすぐる人ぞなき、不毒の崩壊導ちて、煩悩の俗水隔てなし。ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナマンダ、ナマンダ、ナマン。Okay, thank you again for having me here today, inviting me to the Venice Honganji Fall Ohigan service here today. And Kori Kwan Sensei, thank you for the nice introduction. He said he was nervous during the service, but he doesn't have to worry too much. I really appreciate first, the Venice Honganji's Naijin's setup, the beautiful flowers, beautiful chishiki. I really appreciate those nice setup for a special Ohigan service today. Then Sutra chanting. Then I hope everybody was able to join the Sutra chanting too. I really appreciate. I appreciate this Ohigan service today. Then I'm still nervous because this is my first time to delivering my Dharma message at different temple in Zoom. In Seattle, we usually use pre-recorded Sunday service, not the Zoom service. So now I am nervous. But I really appreciate this opportunity. Then last time I looked back my record, I went to Venice Honganji Buddhist Temple 7 years ago. That was, I think it was in November, Eitaikyo service, or I forgot which special service it is. But I remember day before on Saturday night, Venice Honganji was having the fundraiser. Then that was probably the steak dinner. I think. Maybe, yeah, I see some people nodding the head. So probably, yeah, I was right. I enjoyed the steak dinner. Then, so this time, Kori Kwan Sensei invited me to the Fall Ohigan service. Almost a year ago, he sent me the invitation. Then right away, we checked the Anaheim Angels baseball schedule. Then which weekend is a good weekend to go to watch the Angels game? Unfortunately, we cannot go to the baseball game. My son, my wife was looking forward to going to the Disneyland maybe after the service, but we wait for the next time. But I'm so fortunate to be able to join this Zoom Venice Honganji Fall Ohigan service. So our, today's service chairperson already explained what the Ohigan service is. I thank you so much, Judy. The antonym of Higan is Shigan. So imagine a big river and you are standing on the shore, on this shore. This shore is Shigan. Shigan. Shigan represents our world. Then you can see across the river, there's another shore. We call this Higan. Higan represents Buddha's world. So Higan service is a day which we feel Buddha's world. So according to Jodo Shinshu teaching, when our life ends, we are all born into the Pure Land, the other shore, Higan. So Ohigan is another occasion to think about our loved one too. So maybe that's why in Japan, many families, they go to visit their ancestors' gravesite to show their respect to their ancestors. In a Buddhist tradition, there are many kinds of memorial services, like besides funeral service, then we also have Seventh Day Memorial Service, 49th Day Memorial Service, 1-year memorial service, 3rd-year memorial service, and more. Then some temple has Shotsuki monthly memorial service. Then we also have Obon, Hatsubon memorial service. Then Eitaikyo perpetual memorial service. So today, on this occasion, I would like to think about the significance of Jodo Shinshu memorial service, funeral service, memorial service, including Ohigan service. So there are some words when we encounter someone's passing. So we say, "I'm so sorry to hear of your loss. I express my sincere condolences, deepest sympathy." And sometimes I hear, "Loved one is resting in peace. Our loved one, our love and prayers are with you." So when I first came to the United States, one of the members of Buddhist Church of Lodi taught me these kinds of words. So then it is important to express my condolences to the family first, then start talking about funeral service or Buddha Dharma. It is important. That I was told. I really appreciate the person who taught me these words. At the same time, we have to know that sutra chanting is not prayer for loved ones to rest in peace. So Buddhist funeral service is neither a farewell gathering nor a celebration of life. Originally, Buddhist funeral service was a deceased person's ordination to become a monk. It was the last service in this world for the deceased person to express his or her appreciation to the Buddha Dharma. So therefore, there is a ritual to shave the deceased head to be ordained. So for the funeral service, sometimes in Japan, we use this kind of knife. So this is not sharpened. This is the tool for the ritual to pretend to shave our loved one's head. So then, and deceased person is also worn the Buddhist monk's robe, and the casket is covered by shichijogesa, which only Buddhist monk wears. So it is a tradition. So in Jodo Shinshu, Shin Buddhism, our current funeral service is originated from our 8th religious leader, Renya Shonin's funeral service. And also we read White Ashes, which Renya Shonin wrote. One famous Japanese scholar, Yukichi Fukuzawa, you may know he's a really famous scholar. He said, "White Ashes is the best words of condolences." I learned there is a question and answer in the White Ashes. The question is, Gosho no Ichidaiji in Japanese. The English translation is the matter of the greatest importance of the afterlife. The matter of the greatest importance of the afterlife. This is the question. The answer is Heizei Gojo. Heizei Gojo. It is the settling the cause for birth Heisei Gojo, settling the cause for birth in the Pure Land in everyday life. Settling the cause for birth in the Pure Land in everyday life. Some people think white ashes only tells us about the life after we pass away. But Renya Shonin did not talk about tomorrow or any future. He also said there is no tomorrow of the Buddha Dharma. Therefore, the Renya Shonin, all his Dharma message were for the last day of his life. All services which he conducted were the last service in his life. Renya Shonin said, there is no tomorrow and nobody knows what happened tomorrow or next moment. It is true. I think we have also experienced to be awakened to this teaching. Here are some examples. So when the great earthquake hit eastern part of Japan about 10 years ago, lots of people died. But we have to know that they were living their regular, usual life until just 1 minute before, just a second before the earthquake hit. A lot of people are still passing away from the COVID-19, but we have to know that they were living their usual life until a couple months, weeks, or days before they passed away. So our life may end the next moment suddenly. One small thing could be a cause of death, cause to catch a virus, illness, and lose our life. Human beings, we all know death. Human beings know that our life ends. Therefore, we try to escape from it. We sometimes rely on fortune telling and superstitious behavior to bring good luck. We also try to look away from it. We try to think, I am okay, even when we encounter someone passing. The White Ashes says, there is no knowing whether I will die first or others, whether death will occur today or tomorrow. We depart one after another more quickly than the dewdrops on the roots or tips of the blades of grasses. It tells that dewdrops on the tips also eventually dropped. Another example is cherry blossoms fell on the ground. Some cherry blossoms are still on the tree, but eventually they also fell. So when I think life in general, I understand everybody's life ends one day. But I seldom see my life that way. I still think I am okay. Therefore, when I truly encounter death, I feel hopeless, loneliness, and anxiety. I cannot rely on honorable award, position, academic background, and wealth. I cannot rely on even my family because it is my life. So when I say this, we may think there is no hope and no meaning of this life. Buddhism is the nihilism. But please know that Buddhism is not the nihilism. Buddhism is a path to overcome this world, this difficulty, and be freed from our cycle of birth and death. In Jodo Shinshu, there is a teaching of settling a cause for birth in the everyday life. So this is the Nembutsu path. It is the path to be freed from cycle of birth and death. It is the path for us to live our meaningful life and live with gratitude. So people who walk this path, Nembutsu path, do not see that this life is meaningless or no hope. So let me share one example who these people see their lives. So this is one of my favorite poems. The title is仏様の言葉. In English, Buddha's verse. Buddha's verse. You as you are just right. Your face, body, name, surname, for you, they are just right. Whether poor or rich, your parents, your children, your daughter-in-law, your grandchildren, they are all for you just right. Happiness and unhappiness, joy and even sorrow, for you, they are just right. The life that you have led is neither good nor bad. For you, it is just right. Whether you go to hell or to the pure land, wherever you go is just right. Nothing to boast about, nothing to feel bad about, nothing above, nothing below, even the day and the month that you die, even they are just right. Life in fit. You walk together with Amida. There is no way that it cannot be just right. When you receive your life as just right, then a deep and profound trust begins to open up. Namo Amida Butsu. So this is a poem,仏様の言葉, Buddha's verse, which is one of my favorites. Please remember, we have read this Buddha's verse for me. We cannot read this verse as pointing somebody else, other people. So Buddha is saying to me, you as you are just right. This is coming from Buddha. So you means I as I am just right. So now I have one question. So what is the most important attitude to our loved ones who passed away before us? It is the attitude that you did not die in vain. Your life is precious to me. I think 2 years ago, I joined for the Minidoka pilgrimage, Minidoka interment camp. And they are all saying, never again, never again. I'm originally from Nagasaki, Japan, where the second atomic bomb was dropped. So people in Nagasaki, they are all saying, no one should have this bitter experience anymore. These words contain the meaning, they did not die in vain. Anybody understand that it is important to cherish our loved one's life? In Buddhism, Jodo Shinshu, what does that mean? You did not die in vain, and your life is precious to me. It means that I find the Nembutsu path. I find the true meaning of our life through our loved one's life. I find the true meaning how I live this life. The Nembutsu path is the path to learn the true meaning of our life. When we listen to Amida Buddha's guidance and reflect upon our life, we realize the true meaning of our life. This path, Nembutsu path, is already given to each one of us. It is already given even before I seek the path. Therefore, here and now is the moment of settling the cause for birth in the Pure Land. When we truly realize the meaning of our life through funeral service, memorial service, Ohigan service, our loved one's life did not become in vain. It is our treasure and it is a precious karmic condition for me to learn the Nembutsu path. We say memorial service, Hoji, in Japanese. Ho means Dharma, Buddha Dharma, or teaching. Ji means affair or service. Hoji is Dharma affair. It is a service for me to encounter, listen to the Buddha Dharma. It is a precious occasion to encounter the Nembutsu teaching, Namo Amida Butsu. So today is a Fall Ohigan service. I hope more people encounter the Nembutsu and find the true meaning of their lives through this service, through Nembutsu teaching. Thank you. Thank you for listening to my Dharma message today. To conclude my Dharma message, please join me in Gassho, put their hands together. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, Namanda.
Thank you very much, Kusunoki Sensei, for your special message. Kusunoki Sensei, ご法話をどうもありがとうございます。Next, we will recite the Roku Paramitsu 6 Paramitas led by Reverend Corey Kwan. 続きまして、Roku Paramitsu を先生に従って拝読いたします。
六春光、御仏様の御心に立ち返らさせていただいて、一つ、今日一日、清らかな眼温かい情け、つつましやかな態度で暮らしましょう。一つ、今日一日、あらを立てますまい。一つ、今日一日、不平不足、嘘を申しますまい。一つ、今日一日、私の仕事に全身全力を挙げて尽くさせていただきましょう。一つ、今日一日、夜昼常に私を守らせても御仏のご恩を喜ばさせていただきましょう。一つ、今日一日、南無阿弥陀仏を唱えさせていただきましょう。6 Paramitas. Turning our thoughts to Lord Buddha, let us throughout the day live with clear eyes, warm hearts, and humble attitude. Let us throughout the day not become angry. Let us throughout the day not utter words of discontent, dissatisfaction, and untruth. Let us throughout the day do our daily work with all our power. Let us throughout the day rejoice in the loving compassion of our Lord Buddha, who is constantly watching over us day and night. Let us throughout the day repeat the holy name, Namo Amida Butsu. Promise, the Lord Buddha is our eternal Father and Mother. The Lord Buddha always keeps watch over us. We promise to listen to the teachings of the Lord Buddha and perfect ourselves by following his ideals. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namon loves, Namon loves, Namon.
Our last Gatha will be Ondokusan. 最後の三仏家は、Ondokusan です。
Yo
Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu.
We will now have words of appreciation on behalf of the temple by Ron G. Kansha no ji wo G. Ron-san ni onegai shitai to omoimasu.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Ron G., Temple President. On behalf of the Venice Honganji Buddhist Temple, I would like to express my words of appreciation to those who helped make today's service possible. First, our officiating minister, Reverend Corey Kwan, our guest minister, Reverend Katsuya Kusunoki, our chairperson, Judy Hopfield, organist, Julia Ueda, our meeting co-host, Jerry Iseda, and our camera person, Emily Correa. Thank you very much, and thank you to all who helped participate in today's service.
Are there any announcements at this time? Oshirase wa arimasu ka? Actually, I have one. Today, starting at 11 a.m., we'll be screening the third in the BEC's film festival. It's a Japanese movie called War and Youth. It's a kind of a family mystery story set in World War II Japan, and it's in Japanese with English subtitles. So if you like, please stay on, and Ron will be kindly hosting the movie. We'll be having a short discussion about the movie following the film screening. Thank you.
So actually, it's a different link. You should have seen it on the email blast. So there's a different meeting ID and password for today's film festival streaming.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So so don't stay on this one. Go to the other one.
So this concludes this year's Fall Ohigan service. これにおきまして本年のお彼岸法要を終了したいと思います。Kwan Sensei, would you lead us in closing gassho, please?
Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Naman nos, naman nos, naman nos. Again, everyone, thank you very much for joining us for this Fall Ohigan service. Thank you again to Rinban Katsuya Kusunoki for being our guest speaker today. If you notice, he's been a minister for 10 years this year, and he's doing such a good job. He's Rinban. He's Rinban. So we're very fortunate to have him again. And if you did, he looks so young and fit. He's actually the same age as I am. His birthday's in July, so you could see what he could look a lot worse like me, but he looks so good. So again, thank you, Sensei, for joining us today. Right?